Eagles remain perfect. Now, there's a lot of confliction with this one, I'd say, because of the third quarter, especially, was just not pretty on the defensive side of things. And we can't just be a second quarter team, you know? I'm happy that we won. I'm going to always look at the positives, like Hurts, 2 touchdown passes. Great. Miles Sanders had a touchdown run. Elliott came back and made a few field goals, after his injury. He came back. 3 interceptions. Cooper Rush had never thrown an interception in his whole entire career. He threw 3 today, 2 to Gardner Johnson, 1 to Darius Slay. All beautiful plays, and we capitalized off of that. We ended up winning the game, and we lead the league in takeaways. That's one huge win right there, and we've only turned the ball over twice. So, huge, huge, huge. Discipline, the team is very well disciplined. When everything clicks, we click, and that's my area of concern in the first and third quarters. Why don't we run the football more? We can get into shouting matches all we want and talk and complain about it all the time, but at the end of the day, and it's just very, very simple. It is literally just run the ball. Open up your offense by running the ball. Set that as your foundation. That's what this team was last year when we made it to the playoffs. That's what we are, even with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith catching touchdowns and making plays like they always do. Dallas Goedert as well, Hurts as well. It's just everybody's improved. We should not be abandoning what we do best because we can do other stuff as well. That's all I have to say regarding the lack of scoring in the other 3 quarters outside of the second quarter and the way the third quarter went. Defensively, though, turnovers are great. We did do a pretty good job at getting some pressure on Cooper Rush. We didn't sack him nearly as much, but we forced some really bad passes. We made him, we put Cooper Rush in a situation he's never been in before. Down big, having to mount a comeback. He gets that started. Eagles rally back in the fourth quarter, pull off a really good 13-play drive to score a touchdown, and then we shut them out from there. That's how it should be, but the offense needs to wake up more. The play calling in the first and third quarters need to be better. We know this. We know this. We know this. Now we're at the not halfway point, the bye week. Hopefully we can start to figure things out. Lane Johnson went out with a concussion. C.J. Gardner-Johnson went out briefly with I believe a forearm or a wrist injury. He came back, made a really good interception. That saved the touchdown. Brandon Graham got some really good pressure on that as well. And Jordan Mailata playing through the shoulder injury. Jason Kelce still playing through the ankle sprain. Landon Dickerson was in and out with an injury. So we're going to take this bye week to get healthy. At the end of the day, the Eagles won this game. That's what matters the most. They controlled the game throughout and through. They were never trailing. Things got a little dicey in that third quarter, but we fixed things in the fourth, and that's the biggest thing. I'm mostly concerned about Jonathan Gannon. The offense, I feel, when games get a little more contested and when we play some tougher teams like the Packers and even teams with really good defenses that aren't even good teams like the Bears and the Giants, 5-1, they're really good right now. That defense is doing something special over there in New York. So, got to watch out for all of that stuff, and we got to be prepared for that. And today was the first test, today was the second test, really. The Cardinals last week was the first test with the way that they play their defense. But this was a big test. We won when we needed to, but we can't let the foot off the gas, man. That's the biggest thing that we've been saying since week 2, really. Not even week 1, because week 1 was a shootout, and we almost let the Lions come back, but the defense bailed us out that game. From week 2 and onward, we got to stop just scoring in the second quarter. As great as that is, we're making history doing that. We need to be more consistent in all 4 quarters. Outside of that, this team is still the most balanced team in the league with what they can do, with the talent that they have, the ability of being able to do what they're able to do. They are still the most balanced team. It's why we're 6-0, and that's why fly Eagles fly, baby. Eagles are on the bye week. By the time we see them again, the Phillies could be in the goddamn Super Bowl or World Series, which is ridiculous. The Flyers are 2-0 to start the season, and the Sixers season is just about to start. It's a crazy time to be a Philly fan right now. It's a great time. So let's enjoy the win. We know we have to clean up. Let's not get too worked up about it. I did, and I feel bad about it. But at the end of the day, we won this game. That's what matters the most. Moving on to Pittsburgh in 2 weeks. Let's hope the NFC East loses next week. And let's hope the Phillies win. See you on the next one.